Here we will take a closer look at the people, experiences, and leadership shaping the future of the insurance industry in the Philippines. Throughout the series, we will be speaking with industry leaders, educators, and practitioners who are helping strengthen the Philippine insurance ecosystem, from advancing professional development and mentorship to navigating the realities of risk, resilience, and emerging challenges. Welcome to the IIAP Podcast Season 2, and our focus is on insurance in practice with the Insurance Institute for Asia and the Pacific, where we explore ideas, discuss experiences, and share principles that shape the future of our industry. I am your host, Jackie Ra. In today's episode, we turn the spotlight on an organization that has quietly played a crucial role in strengthening the insurance profession in the Philippines, the Insurance Institute for Asia and the Pacific, or IIAP. Now, for 5 decades, IIAP has been at the forefront of developing industry talent, raising professional standards, and bringing together leaders, practitioners, and educators across the insurance ecosystem. But beyond the training programs and certifications, its mission is much larger, helping build a stronger, more trusted, and more resilient insurance industry. To help us understand this role more deeply, we are joined today by Mr. Francis Papa, Executive Director of IIAP, as we explore how education, capability building, and collaboration are shaping the future of insurance in the Philippines. Sir Francis, hello again. Thank you so much for being here.
Nice to be here.
Yes, how are you? How's it going?
I'm fine. So still very much in the business. So.
Yes. Now, I mentioned IIAP so many times, and I'm sure a lot of practitioners are very well aware of it. But for those who are just new to the industry, could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, the IIAP, as you said, 5 decades. No? We've been here for the last 50 years.
Yes.
And besides being the only insurance institute in the country, we are the only organization dedicated to professional development and training. We have been in partnership with the entire industry for the last 5 decades, for the last 50 years. We've been offering insurance courses. Yes. We have around maybe 60 plus courses that we offer the industry.
Right.
And we have it in all levels. So from the entry level to the executive level.
Okay.
So we have courses on the different stages of an employee's career. So from the new entrance all the way until you're an officer of the company already.
Wow. Any highlights from those specific, I don't know what you call it, modules or curriculums, right? But what are your favorite parts about it? Anything interesting that has happened the past couple of years?
Well, the most popular courses of the IAP is, of course, the foundational courses. This is the basic non-life and the basic life insurance courses. We offer that once or twice every month.
Okay.
Both face-to-face and online. For the more seasoned insurance professionals, we have intermediate and advanced courses, and we have leadership courses and corporate governance for directors and executives of companies as well. So so from end to end, we have offerings. Yeah, we've covered that.
Wow. There's definitely something for everyone, right? And now that I'm thinking about it, how important is continuous education or professional development, especially in the field?
I cannot overemphasize the importance of continuous development because, for one, you can never fully master the subject matter of insurance. There's always a new angle, there's always a new situation, there's always a new risk that you're facing.
Wow.
It always challenges your stock knowledge of insurance. So you can never really be fully a master of insurance. But there are just so many products. I think there are 15 to 20 major lines, but in reality, there are hundreds of insurance products in the market.
Wow.
And it keeps adding with new emerging risks. It keeps adding up. You have to really keep on studying.
Catching up,
with everything.
So now that we're talking about that, what if the country, for example, or the industry does not prioritize these standards, for instance, or education? What do you think would be the impact of that?
There are so many consequences, Jackie, about that. And of course, Lack of training will result in mistakes.
True.
And unfortunately, in the insurance business, the mistakes can have very dire consequences. People
Dire.
can lose millions of pesos either way. So there are instances that probably you'll make a mistake in issuing a policy, and there is somebody who was expecting to be paid because of an accident and a claim, and they're not paid. What is equally damaging is if you are an insurance company and you wrote something that is not supposed to be written,
Oh, no.
or you're not prepared to write it at that stage,
Oh no.
and a loss happens, and you happen to pay out millions of pesos.
Oh my goodness.
So
Who answers to that?
the insurance companies,
insurance
no?
company, wow.
They'll have to shoulder mistakes like that, and that's why I cannot emphasize that you have to continue learning.
Right. Any specifics? Not you don't have to mention the name, but like any specific mishap that you could remember, or maybe a positive story. I don't know, like what anything relevant to that, because these are hypotheses, or right. But is there anything? Yes.
Yeah, there are a lot of
Okay.
positive stories in
Okay.
insurance. Yeah,
Okay.
but there are a few sad ones, of course. There are instances where claimants are unable to collect from an insurance company. In fact, continuing education is so important because there are major developments in the industry. Like a classic case is actually COVID. Because insurance practitioners were not really talking about the pandemic
Right.
until it happened.
Oh no.
So when that situation arose,
Right.
then all of the insurance professionals had to go to their insurance wordings and review is COVID covered. or
Covered?
not?
Exactly.
So
Oh no.
and that's why every insurance professional should be prepared for a happening like that, no? Something that's unexpected. It's very important that training is given the priority and to avoid mistakes like that.
Thank you for reminding us the importance of keeping up to date and abreast.
Yes.
Now, Sir Francis, IIAP has worked with very many professionals, right? This is across life, non-life, and reinsurance sectors. Now, what are some of the most important capabilities that today's insurance practitioners need to develop to stay effective? And you mentioned relevant, right? But what are these specific habits?
Yeah, the most important for me is keeping up with the emerging risks like cyber, electric vehicle underwriting, because there are a lot of electric vehicles now, climate change, and maybe new schemes like there's this thing called parametric insurance now.
Okay.
So keeping up to date with these developments in the insurance industry, I think, is paramount. And the IIAP has a very huge role to play along these lines. There was a realization on my part.
Okay.
Being involved with the ASEAN Insurance Council, initially I thought was should not be our focus, but it turns out that it brought a lot of benefits for the industry. My being a assistant vice chairman of the ASEAN Insurance Education Committee
Wow.
is very important. It introduced me to a lot of expert organizations, resource people whom we can consult and
Right.
and see the best
Right.
practices in the region, and
right.
even globally.
Exactly. Oh, speaking of globally, what would you say is like the biggest highlight that you have gotten, from these new colleagues and you'd like to see in the Philippines?
There are certain skills that our insurance professionals should acquire.
Okay.
And one of these things is the proliferation of electric vehicles.
Okay.
So we needed to have some underwriting expertise on how it should be underwritten.
Right.
And so I think that is where we get a lot of mileage by sending some of our faculty to attend these courses.
That's good.
I think that it was in Malaysia that was leading this particular seminar. So we sent somebody over there to acquire the knowledge and then present it here in the Philippines.
There you go.
And to help our motor car underwriters here in that area.
Love that. Keeping up. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, beyond training programs, Sir Francis, IIAP also definitely brings together insurers, we got regulators, educators, and a lot of stakeholders.
Yeah.
Why do you think is that kind of collaboration so important for strengthening the industry?
We do have an event, the Insurance Summit, where we bring all of these stakeholders together, the insurance companies, the brokers, adjusters, and regulators. And we talk about, and we invite, of course, experts from overseas. We talk about best practices. This checks the relevance box for the IIAP.
For sure.
So in addition to the normal courses that we offer, I think this is very important as well. So we have that, the importance of being relevant to the industry. And of course, we have the Suits program, which we've talked about, a few times already in the past. Yeah.
Thank you, Sir Francis. Now let's talk about public trust. It's definitely fundamental, especially in the insurance industry. So how do institutions like IIAP help raise the standards when it comes to professionalism and credibility across the sectors?
Yeah, actually the IIAP has been in partnership with the CII, the Chartered Insurance Institute. This is a London-based professional body. We have accredited some of our courses in the institute with the CII that raises the standards of the Philippine insurance industry as well. The Australian New Zealand Institute of Insurance and Finance, the ANZIF. We had a MOA signing with them last year.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, and they're similar to the CII,
Right.
but they're more focused on the Asia Pacific. So we've partnered with them as well. We partner with other schools and institutes as well in the region.
There are a lot of young professionals who are probably wanting to explore a career in the insurance industry. What message would you like to share with them when it comes to mindset? And at the same time, how can IIAP support them in their journey?
The insurance industry, unfortunately, known for just maybe selling policies and providing cover. But this industry is actually the most diverse and stable industry there is. If you are a math major or a tech enthusiast, or if you're just simply want to love and to help people, then this is the industry for you. My advice for them to look for a job in the industry. But not just a job, but to look for a craft that will actually help them boost their careers quickly. And the IIAP have a program for that, the Suits program, as I said, to help them fast track their careers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, so we're definitely ready for the future. Sir Francis, looking ahead, what role do you see IIAP continuing to play in strengthening a resilient and future-ready Philippine insurance industry?
To have a resilient Philippines, you will need to have a resilient insurance industry. And to have a resilient insurance industry, you have to have an industry that's prepared for the future. Okay, so the IIAP should be able to prepare the insurance professionals for that. The industry now is so volatile with climate change, cyber threats and all. And I want IIAP to be the bridge between the local talent and the global best practices. We want to build that legacy of professionalism, one student at a time.
Wow. The future definitely looks absolutely bright. Now, before we wrap up, Sir Francis, I have 5 rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready?
Yeah, shoot.
Okay, just one answer, one word, one phrase, all right?
Okay.
Don't think about it too much. One morning routine you can't forgo before you go to work.
Coffee. Cold brew coffee.
Okay, he was thinking about his drink. Your favorite movie, actor, or celebrity that inspires you to look your best?
George Clooney.
I see it. That's one skill every insurance professional should develop.
Being able to read upside down.
Oh, for real? Oh,
no,
the papers?
no. Being a good listener.
Okay, that was funny. One misconception people have about the insurance profession.
That it is boring.
It's
not boring. It's so exciting, and that's why I'm
busy.
I've been here for 40 years.
Yes. Okay. One opportunity you're most excited about for the industry's future.
Artificial intelligence.
Yes. Tell me about it.
I'm so excited how it will affect the way we do our business,
It's going to change everything.
it's going to change everything.
Yeah,
Right?
it's going to make it easier and faster so we can focus on the
I
bigger
hope
things.
so.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir Francis. I really learned a lot, and I'm sure our audience here did as well. So thank you.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you. To our listeners, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Insurance in Practice. I am Jackie Ra, and we hope today's conversation inspires you to continue learning, growing, and contributing to a stronger and more resilient insurance industry.